Please tell me there's something worth it in this box. Do I completely skip over this box or what? Well, you know what? I looked at this a little bit, so I'm gonna get ready and start talking about a card that possibly makes this entire box worth it. Are you ready? This is gonna be a big one. There's a lot to say about this card I'm about to talk about. All right, which one is it? Is it Vorcerator? All right, no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Wall of Disruption. Are you ready for this card, guys? We're just gonna have a video just on Wall of Disruption. That is what I'm doing. This is too long for one video for the box. So what happened here is I was doing a box set review. Then we got to this card. I felt like this card deserved its own video. Went in depth about it. Here it is. If you want to hear about the rest of the cards, if you want to hear about what does Dkayed think about Dark Magician of Chaos, you're gonna have to wait for the next video. I'm sorry. Even this is interesting. This is a brand new way to fusion summon. You'll have to hear about it later. All right, let's talk about this card. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, all attack position monsters your opponent controls lose 800 attack for each monster they control. Let's stay calm. Let's analyze this card real quick. First of all, you cannot use this in the damage step. So let's say your opponent attacks and you flip up this card. It has to be on attack declaration. So you can't even use this in the battle step. You guys know the battle step trick. I'll tell you how to play around Sphere Karibo. Now this is another card you have to play around on attack declaration. You want to get to the battle step. If you attack and they flip this, you can econ their monster into defense. You can also use Bacon Saver. That's a counter to this card. So you must be saying that this card's not good, right? Because you can't activate in the damage step. So you haven't even really gotten into what losing 800 attack per each monster means. You're just already saying you can't use this in the damage step, so it must be bad. Let's just get to the second part of this card. All attack position monsters your opponent controls lose 800 attack for each monster they control. No matter what, if you have 3 monsters, if one of those monsters are face down from a floodgate or they are in defense, they will count as an extra 800 attack that all their attack position monsters they control lose. So if there's 3 monsters on the field, 2 of them are in defense and 1 of them attack, that one monster is going to lose 2400 attack. I'm already seeing it, guys. This card is going to be compared to Mirror Wall. And remember, just like Samurai Skull, you don't want to just compare it. You want to think, what if I play this with Mirror Wall? So first of all, let's compare this with Mirror Wall. Guys, I was a little prepared here, okay? You want to see how prepared I was? I went through the Meta Championship series and I believe I grabbed almost all the scenarios where Mirror Wall was used. So we're going to play a little game here, all right? The game is called, let's replace every Mirror Wall that was used with Wall of Disruption. What would have happened? Would it have been better or would it have been worse? So let's check that out. Here we go. Start of the tournament. Round 1, Joshua Schmidt versus 0. Joshua Schmidt does an attack with Canine Tor. What would happen here instead? Canine Tor went to 750. Instead, what would have happened here? So we got 2 monsters, 1, 2. They're both gonna lose 1600, okay? 1600 attack is lost on Hazy, and it is permanent. Hazy Flame is now 300 attack. Canine Tor is now at 0 attack. And it's permanent. Is it better than Mirror Wall in this scenario? Yes, it is. It is definitely better than Mirror Wall in this scenario. Let's move on. Still, we're in the same duel. Now, Samurai Skull attacks in a Hazy Flame with 2000 attack. He goes down to 1000. What would have happened if this Mirror Wall was instead a Wall of Disruption? 1, 2, 3 monsters. That's a 2400 attack reduction, and it is permanent. Samurai Skull goes to 0. Gazuki goes to 0. Red Eye Zombie goes to 300, but then goes to 0 at the end of the turn. He has a full field of 0 attack monsters. He's going to take 1900 from this attack. And when he ends his turn, look at that. He paid for a Mirror Wall. He paid for this Mirror Wall. It's up. What is Mirror Wall going to do on the next turn when all your monsters are 0 attack? It's gonna do nothing. The Mirror Wall you paid for is completely cucked. Let's go on. Oh, it looks like he loses. He's got mirror wall. He's attacking with the full field. 1900, 1900, 2400. That mirror wall is not going to save you when you have 1100 life. Okay? That's game right there. He econ took. Did you flip up this mirror wall? Yeah, you flipped it up to the econ take. He knows that even if you have mirror wall, he has game, so he went for it. He extended. He used enemy controller to tribute and take control of your red eyes and swing for almost a guaranteed game unless you have Windstorm. He knows you're not playing Windstorm. What's going to happen here? 1, 2, 3 monsters, 2400 attack reduction on your own monster. You know, that sucks. You're going to get a 0 attack monster when you get him back. 0. 0. They're all at 0, and you live for the turn. Yes, he would still lose to a Beast Rising if one of those are Beast Rising, but at least if this was a Wall of Disruption, it gave him a real chance to stay in this game. Here we go. We have another match here with Tutpup swinging into a mirror wall. What if this was a Wall of Disruption? We got 1, 2 monsters, so that is a 1600 attack reduction. This Dkayed all the way down to 2100. This Dkayed goes to 31. Okay, so what's going to happen? He's going to lose 300. If he protects his monster, then... If he protects his monster, then the Dkayed stays at 2100. All right, it's permanently affected. The other Dkayed's at 31. If this Dkayed swung, then it would be at lower attack than 24. So in this instance, it seems like mirror wall is maybe better. But after you swing into a Wall of Disruption here, and now your other Dkayed's at 31, maybe you're feeling less safe about swinging with this. But if he's playing Wall of Disruption, that means he's probably replacing mirror wall with Wall of Disruption. And what you're going to want to do with Wall of Disruption right here is you're going to want to chain both Wall of Disruptions. You're going to want a Wall of Disruption chain into your other Wall of Disruption right here. Why? Because right now you have 2 monsters, and that's how you're going to get the maximum attack reduction onto this Dkayed. That's how you're going to make sure this Dkayed goes all the way down to 1500 attack. I mean, you could save it and not reveal it. You could save it because... I think you would activate it at this opportunity. You wouldn't want to give your opponent the chance to not attack with this Dkayed because it will be at 3100. I think you would flip up your Wall of Disruption. I believe that would be the absolute correct play to do. No mind games. Flip up both Wall of Disruptions. Now you have a 1500 Dkayed. But unless if that card's not a Wall of Disruption, I think mirror wall is possibly better. So there you go. We got 1 point for the mirror wall. Let's move on. But you want to know what would make this better than mirror wall? If they do not attack with Dkayed after 1 Wall of Disruption, and this card is a red eye spirit, you're gonna have another red eye zombie in the field, and your guys are gonna be boosted to 33. Let's move on. Round 2, David Blocker. The Kazuki is attacking into the Pump Princess right now. It's even. If this was a Wall of Disruption, you already know he'd be playing Wall of Disruption over mirror wall. He's playing Pump Princesses. That's insane. You got 1, 2, 3 monsters. That's a 2400 attack reduction on the red eyes and the Kazuki. He takes 1000 life right here. He's at 3k now. And now the red eye zombie's useless. He's got a 0 attack monster, a floodgated monster, and a 0 attack monster. What is he going to do with this? And he gets to keep his Pump Princess on the field. It stays. His field is locked with garbage. Stuck in defense. 0, 0. He's got full control of this with nothing in his hand. Nothing in the back row. Draw. What is he going to do? He has to tribute for a red eyes or econ take to clear up his monsters. So Wall of Disruption, we know, is having a big impact on red eyes if people start playing it. Round 4, he is forced to use a mirror wall on an open field. It happens, guys. Dkayed effect. Send your monster to the graveyard. Now you have an open field and you're using the mirror wall just to protect your life points. So he's going to take 2700 attack. It gets to trigger, or he'll play around the Destiny draw and not attack with this one, but you were forced to use it anyway. Now, what if this was a Wall of Disruption? 16. Minus 16. We got 2 monsters here. Both of these Dakinis become 11. 1100 attack. If one attack goes through, he probably won't attack with the other because it will trigger your Destiny draw. But he's stuck with 1100 attack Dakinis. You could draw anything. You get to use your Flame Tiger. You could skip your draw phase if you want. Summon the Flame Tiger. Your Flame Tiger is bigger than both of the Dakinis permanently. Double attack. Minus 16. Let's do this a little quicker. Dkayed, I got the point already. No, you don't. You don't got the point. You don't understand what's going on. Now he's 800. He's 800 also after the boost. But in this scenario, if he has another card to protect from the other attack, or at least one of the attacks, he needs one additional card here. If he could survive, both Red Eyes will be at 800. So it looks like Wall of Disruption or Mirror Wall, he would lose in this scenario. But Wall of Disruption, still better than Mirror Wall in this scenario, even if you lose. Because if you have another card to protect, those Red Eyes are now a weak 800 attack monsters. Guys, it's going to start becoming very relevant to just put a monster in defense and sit on a Wall of Disruption, and you'll just be protected. They won't even be able to kill that monster. What are they going to do? They can't summon any more monsters. Your Wall of Disruption will become even more powerful. Wall of Disruption is going to help stall. If you draw a bad hand and you have a monster with decent attack and or maybe decent defense, you could stall with Wall of Disruption even in an aggressive deck. It gives you the ability to stall until you draw something better. I think anti-magic arrows is going to start becoming mandatory for Red Eyes. We keep seeing this. We see Red Eyes is getting dominated by Wall of Disruption in all of these scenarios. Wall of Disruption, minus 16. This goes to 300 right here. This goes to 1000. It's going to take 700 and it's permanent. You know, with Mirror Wall, one attack goes through, the other doesn't because he's not going to attack in the Mirror Wall. Now here's the issue here. Here's where Mirror Wall is possibly better and more safe. If this is a Red Eyes Spirit, Red Eyes players are going to start doing this. You swing, you lose your Red Eyes, you flip up your Red Eyes Spirit, and then you summon it back onto the field and you're good for another attack. You have no more back row after you flip up Wall of Disruption. So here, Mirror Wall is possibly better. Guys, don't confuse what's going on here. This presentation is not for me to sell you on Wall of Disruption. This is to analyze Mirror Wall versus Wall of Disruption. Remember, I said at the start of this, you possibly want to play it with Wall of Disruption, Mirror Wall and Wall of Disruption in the same deck. This is a triple attack. This is floodgated. 1, 2, 3 monsters. 20, 400 reduction, 0 attack, 300 just for this attack. Then it goes to 0. He is locked. You have no hand. Just chill, man. Just chill. Draw a nice hand. Draw one card. Chill. He's stuck. He's stuck. He's stuck. He has nothing in his hand. He committed to the field, and you just ruined his entire field with a floodgate and a Wall of Disruption. Draw another card. Draw another card. Wait until you draw into your anti-magic arrows. That's what you could do. We saw this in the tournament. A player waited until they drew anti-magic arrows until they could swing for game. You locked them up. Wait till you draw ideal. That's it, man. Why are we looking at this right now? He's at 100 life points, okay? People feel safe to go for game, especially if you're at 100 life points. When he econ, tributes, takes control of this monster, and swings with everything. If this is a Wall of Disruption, they all go down by minus 2400. Minus 2400. They're all at 0 attack. You live with 150 life. This is where smart players are going to have to play differently. He attacked with the monster, then he econ-tributed the monster he was attacking with. What you're going to need to do is attack with another monster, get into the battle step, then econ-tribute the other monster. Why do you want to do that? Because after you do that, your attack is going to go through and they cannot use Wall of Disruption. Then you win. If you guys have played on the ladder, you've seen this a million times. Against Cyber Angels, they will very likely they will summon a Dakini and any monster here to swing for game. This is over 4,000. Okay, they do this. This could be a Senju. This could be a Sonic Bird. It does not matter. It's a Dakini +1 swing for game. This was a monster that was sent to the graveyard from Dakini. This is the easiest way Cyber Angels has game. Let's flip up Wall of Disruption. What happens here? -16. This goes to 0. This goes to 11. Now he has a 0 attack Ida-ten and 1100 attack Dakini. What the hell is he supposed to do here? He's got to tribute them next turn. This is weak, man. Look at that. Not so fast. I have a mirror wall on an open field. -24. You're at 0. You're at 0. You're at 300. Your field is locked with garbage now. You could ritual summon next turn, but this is nothing, man. I'm gonna take 300. I'm not even gonna feel this. That was it. That was my final example of Mirror Wall versus Wall of Disruption. Dkayed, why did you do all that, man? I don't know. I just want to show you guys some good content. All right, I hope you guys appreciate it. You guys appreciate it. I know you did. So, Dkayed, you're telling me to buy this card, right? Yeah, I think you should. I think this is going to absolutely mess up the meta. It's going to turn it on its head. Yeah, it has cons. It has pros. The pros are very good. Red Eyes players are going to be playing differently. They have to play differently. They're not going to flip up their Red Eye Spirit to use a beatdown early anymore. Beatdown's going to become a lot worse in general. Beatdown tells you to spam the field. The Tie That Binds tells you to spam the field. We already saw in the MCS Mind Scan, there was 2 Mind Scans, I believe, in the top 4. Mind Scan's gonna become even better. You wanna know what that face down is, man. Is it a Wall of Disruption face down? Is it a Mirror Wall? Is it an Econ? You gotta play differently around these cards.